Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night. Can Nina be back with Valentine after she's exposed for the call, for the S.E.C call? Do you think that she'll be back with Valentine? Because let's be honest, she's going to be exposed. I do think it's going to be on a Monday as opposed to a Friday because, you know, General Hospital has a sit short rerun because of yesterday. If you were in certain time zones, you was able to see it. But for the most of us, we can sit there and see the episode until today. So that means that, and you got the whole wedding that's going to go on. Got the whole wedding that's going to go on. She's going to be exposed now. Whether it's going to be during the wedding or after the wedding, she's most likely going to be exposed. They're going to break up. And we already know that Anna and Valentine are having problems. So it's not that really much of a stretch. So that is the question of the night. Now, as always, we do sit there and talk about all the shows: General Hospital, Born and Beautiful, Young and the Restless, and Days of Our Lives. Now, while I sit there and get all the bells and whistles going, I'm going to do a bit of roll call. As you're coming in, make sure that you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Alyssa is in the chat. What's good, Alyssa? Black Mon's in the chat. How you doing tonight? In the cat. Kyrie is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Kyrie says the King's back tonight. I left a comment of yesterday's live stream via super chat this morning. I responded to Darby. Okay, I gotta sit there and check it out. Thank you, Kyrie's. Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ambassador Sam is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amazing, gorgeous Queen Janet is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sit here and check the audio, make sure that's good, and we can get this whole thing started. Am I going? Yeah, you didn't really miss anything too important, too special. What's good, Mr. Bear? It's been a minute. How have you been? Yeah, you didn't really miss anything too. Okay, we're good. The Havlers in the chat. How you doing tonight? I heard someone contact me on TikTok saying that was you. I don't believe that was you. What? What did they say? What they have my profile or something like that? Like what did they try to friend request you? Because I am on TikTok, so like what did they do? It's kind of weird. I did actually friend request someone. Only watch days. Yeah, it wasn't really all that. Carrie says, yes, I went off on Lee. I'm going to Born a Beautiful review. You'll love it, Albert. I came at her harder than you did. Wow. Well, honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not surprised because you do have fire. Ida's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Nicole's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining again. Same thing with you, Ida. The one and only Dolly's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, yeah, you did it 10 minutes before I started, so I'm gonna sit there and check it out. Yeah, I was livid with Lee. I was just like, bro, are you kidding me? It's like, oh, I won't allow it. I don't know what is up with these women that always sit there and say, I won't allow anything, like they're in control of anything is beyond me. Melly Mel the Hard Queen is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Lashanta said, did you see RJ talk how he got his own life and Harrison got other people? Yeah, I did. Letitia's in the chat. How are you doing? How have you been? It's good to see you again. Yeah, Spidey Quake's in the chat. Who are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, she is so annoying. And my whole other thing is like she's 16, so it's like it's just weird. I went for the juggler. I said that's the reason for her. Ooh. Okay, I gotta see this. Well, Spidey Quick, what are you talking about in Pacific? What are you talking about in Pacific? Yeah, Nicole, it wasn't it no, it wasn't just you, Nicole. Trust me, it wasn't. Also, yeah, that accent that Lois has, she's always had the accent. Okay, it has nothing to do with GH. Okay. Mr. Bear said the last time between Hope Deacon and Sheila was good. Yeah, it was good. Oh, WWE. Okay. Billy says, I don't Holly has reached the Esme level. Esme was a predator. Holly is just a brat. Yeah. And she was honestly tell you, she was annoying today. She was annoying. I don't understand why Johnny was asking her to stay. I thought that was just weird. Yeah, I was gonna sit there and say it was pretty annoying. Okay. Oh, let me put. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. I was saying the same thing. Kyrie's definitely say yeah. They tried to friend request me, but I didn't know if you. Nope, nope. That's me. That's actually me. Davlin. Yeah, I did actually friend request you. She's not bad. She's just annoying. That's the only thing. She's not bad. She's just annoying. Yeah, and the thing is, exactly, listen, and she was so obvious too. Sasha said Deacon saves Steffi and Finn, so why would he think anyone will be okay? Deacon saves Steffi and Finn, so why would he think anyone will be okay? Oh, you mean with the idea? Yeah, you did. You did, Mel. You totally did. But you could tell she's watching Holly. Good. I hope she is. Laura B is in the chat. Was good, Laura B. Jay Blue. Hey, y'all. This is a short visit. I haven't seen GH since Thursday. Anyone familiar with Ken Jennings from Jeopardy? I think if you squint while looking at him, he could be Doctor. I can see that. You know what? You know what, Jay Blue? I can see that. I can see that. Last day, how you doing today? How's everything going in your world? Well, Curry says, but I like Holly a little bit, though she's not boring. That's for sure. I'm waiting for Chanel to curse her out, though. Yeah, I am as well. The goddess Jess is in the chat. How you doing tonight? The one and only. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm surprised that wasn't my first reason. Let's say I don't like Holly. She's just as, but she's not as good as it though, too. That's the thing. Tisha says it seems like Hope is more like her dad, both in love with cycles. Exactly. And she has no room to sit there and talk. That's my issue. She has no room to sit there and talk. Why do you get on your nerves for, Lashanta? Billy says Holly reminds me of that scene from not another teen movie where the bully spills water on a girl's dress and everyone says, "Oh, that's gonna stain." See, Dolly, it's not the reason why I rock with you. I love that movie. And the way she said it, it was so fake. She was like, "Oh no, now you're gonna have to go home and change. What a bummer." I'm like, no one's gonna. I was like, my whole thing, the thing that got me annoyed, I was like, no one's gonna sit there and call her out. No one is going to sit there and call her out. We're just gonna sit there and just act like she really did that by accident. And why the hell would you sit there and tell her to stay in during your movie night? Alyssa, and what's good, Richard? Holly could have used grape juice or something That's just bad. She's just bad at mischief. Yes. And Richard, how have you been? I didn't. Yeah, Alyssa, I didn't understand. Okay, good, Devlin. Good. Yeah, no, that was me. Jess, what did you think of what did you think of Lois? Harry says, yeah, I'm sure everyone expect me to have a full meltdown tomorrow because of my Ava is kidnapped screaming for help. Maybe I'll surprise people and be calm. I doubt, but come sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see that happening. Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that. Um I've been good, Rich. How have you been? Will said Johnny was tripping when he told Holly to stay. Yeah, I sat there. I said the same thing, Alyssa. I'm not gonna lie, Alyssa. You know what that scene reminds me of? Not to sit there and really bring it up, but I feel like I have to. Um, it reminds me of when Spencer told Esme to stay to have like dinner with them. And I'm like, why would you do that for? I don't understand that. Lily says Chanel works at a bakery wearing 6-inch heels and designing clothes. She's not scared of a little water. Kurt says you don't see what happening. I thought it was okay. Mr. Bear says Finn's stepmother needs to mind her business, bullying that sweet young lady. It was so stupid. But honestly, tell you the truth, Mr. Bear, I'm like, Luna should have a backbone and say something instead of standing there letting this woman berate her because quote unquote she disgraced her family or something. I'm like, okay, people are human and things happen. It's not the end of the world. I'm not gonna lie, Lee actually pissed me off today. I gotta see Kyrie's video. Laura B says, "What happened with YNR today?" Oh, Jack found the listening device. He found the listening device that Tucker was sniff the air spying on them with because of Phyllis. Yeah, I saw that though. She was like, you know what, I'm good. And I was gonna sit there and say, Harry says, "Oh, you don't see me being calm for once again, Ava." Um, I'll see. I'll believe when I see it. Not to sit there and say you can't be calm. I'll just believe when I see it. Ron says Holly is annoying. She delivery do. Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. How you doing, Crystal Hopkins? Yeah, of course. I, Crystal, just because I don't know what it's like to be disabled and stuff like that doesn't mean I don't know people. I've known people that's been disabled. Angela, Tucker's always tends to have a Jack anyway. How have you been, Angela? Just said nicely, LOL, you better than me. Let me. Oh, by the way, I'm watching a movie called Us. It's a horror movie. Or maybe a suspense movie. I can't even tell. I'm watching a movie. Jesus Christ. Okay. Can't see until it goes up. No. There we go. Thank you, Lobby. Yes, make sure as you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Thank you, Lobby. Autumn say, Albert, that confrontation between Sheila, Deacon, and Hope was priceless. Yeah, it was. And again, I'm looking at Hope and like, bro, you don't really have that much room to talk. Like, I get that Thomas and Sheila are on a different level, but all the stuff that Thomas did to you when you're sitting there sleeping with him, but you have a problem with Sheila, you have a problem with Deacon being with Sheila. Like, come on, seriously? Yeah, Lashata, that's what she's good at. And that hair was a little kind of weird. Wow, I'm not gonna lie. People were sitting there talking about Audra's hair, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I saw it today. I was like, "Oh, well, that's different." Dolly says, I honestly couldn't be friends with Tate either. Him telling your mama or your business within the first hour of meeting him is too much. Exactly, Dolly. And there was no excuse for that because he knew who she was, and yet she still sat there. Well, to be fair, he didn't know. He didn't know. I backtracked that. He didn't know that Nicole was her mother before he started saying stuff. Thank you, Carius. Thank you. Tate looks like Tate looks a lot like Cameron from GH. Yeah, with the what did you also sit there and say he was? You said that he was a budget. You said he was a dollar budget Spencer. That's what you said. You said he was a dollar budget Spencer. Ashanti says Albert Y. Hope as bus. I saw that too. No knocking whatsoever. Also, Lashanta, to be fair, also I'm just like, why is why is Finn just leaving his door open? Like not locked or anything like that. Oh, a low budget Spencer Casson. Thank you, Gary's. I'll make sure I use that in my next review when I talk about Tate. Leticia said Lee must be supporting Luna financially because she is doing what Lee wants. I think she's just scared. I think she's honestly just very scared. She just seems like she's a very dainty and everything like that. Like no backbone whatsoever. I can't get behind that. Angela said, I'm tired of the whole Abbott family except for Ashley. I'm tired of Devon being wishy washy when it comes to Tucker. Yeah, he does need to sit there and pick a lane to be. I mean, somebody somebody in the comment section, aka Mrs. Jack Abbott, is always talking about how people are allowed to change their minds. So I do think about that with Tucker. Spikewick says I saw Angela and James chat, not this Angela though. Okay, what do you mean? I'm confused by that. What do you mean what do you mean you saw her in the chat? You mean the video that I went up doing with him? I'm very curious. Because from what I understand, like his the video cut off um like 11 minutes or 12 minutes into it. And thank you Autumn. Thank you for being a member. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Definitely looking forward to see you in the members only. Not in James Hot. Oh, he did. Oh, really? Really? He did a live today. Oh, did he now? Oh, did he now? Double C was good. Double C. Yeah, I did sit there and see that he did a live today. I didn't know mm, that thing that's built like a damn iPhone charger was in his live. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna keep it civil. I'm gonna keep it respectful. Like Quick said, she was saying in the biggest Carly stand, and she got receipts and all that. I'm the wow. You know, I don't know. Maybe on some subconscious level, it's probably quick. I think that's why I was going so hard on Carly yesterday. Oh, she was in chat though. Okay. Obviously, I saw that I saw that as disappointed to see your part with James was cut. Yeah, I agree with that, Ron. I saw that in this point. Yeah. I can't. I just. I don't know, Alyssa. It's something about her that just. I don't want to say brings out the worst in me, but. So, Jesus Christ. Alyssa Angela's the ultimate Carly Stan with Stan was in James live stream video today. Maybe I'll watch it on my laptop so that way I can sit there and see the conversation. Harry says, "See, I knew in my gut I had to watch that replay at around the 2 hour mark. And I saw a Darby comment, and it was right before I ate breakfast. I'm glad I didn't vomit." Wait, what did Darby? Yeah, Darby said something. Darby said something. I don't remember what it was, but I remember him saying something, and I remember Smith there saying like, "Oh, it's a good thing that Kyrie is not in chat because he would not be happy about that." But I don't remember what it was. See, I put the I think we're at 65 members so far. I think we're at 65 effing members so far. I want to try to hit a goal of 70 members. I want to try to hit a goal of 70 members this month. I think we can do it. The how you join is actually in the pin comment. So Mr. Bear says, why did they drop the bill and the potential storyline years ago? It's a good question. Spikequick said James was basically saying that he's going to keep doing what he does. Whatever. Spikequick says James was basically saying he was going to keep doing what he does, whether people like it or not, and stuff about blocking trolls. What? What? Okay, Spikequick, when did he say this? Now I feel like I really need to watch this live stream. Bobby said there's another Angela they're talking about. Oh yeah, no, Angela, not you, not you. No, you good, you good, you good, you good. I'm gonna try something. I'm going to. I'm not leaving. Well, I have to reset my laptop. I'll try something. I want to see if it works. Jackie P. Oh, there we go. Darby says I said that Ava was barefoot and pregnant, making grits for my guy Mason. That's what you said. Thank you. I don't know everything or how that combo started. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to. But she wasn't in the live. Okay. All right. I'll watch it sometime tomorrow then. So I'm not leaving. By the way, I'm not leaving, but I do have to sit there and do something. So, um, if anything, yeah, I saw that. Autumn says, I'm surprised that no one has noticed Ava has gone missing. I mean, you would think since Ava is sick and she couldn't go to the wedding that she will. That's actually a really good point. That's actually a really good point. I gotta save something because they're just gonna drain my effing battery. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm back. Let me just double check. Is the audio good or is the audio good or okay? All right, we're good. Like what says me, Albert and Alyssa were defending Nina. Yeah, I pretty much said that. Well, hell froze over. To put it lightly. Thank you, Lobby. Thank you. Yeah, we were, and Mrs. Jack Apple was not too happy about that. But I'm like, you know what? Listen, fair is fair, right? At this point, people know how I run my. It's not that Nina didn't do anything. Kyrie's is not going to let that go. Kyrie's is not going to let that go. Prashanta says Amy do too much. Well, I mean that's pretty much Amy at that point. She always does too damn much. So yes, audio's good. Everything's good so far. Let's make sure that damn pin comment is actually there. You know, in Amy's, it is all her fault. It is all her fault. That's the truth of the matter. It's literally all her fault. As much as I like Carly, I'm not giving her a free pass. It's literally all her fault. Listen, Kyle is going to be just fine. Kyle is going to be just fine. Okay, now, let me put another community tab. Because I don't think that some people think I'm actually back. Why is it? There it is. At least you put an LOL there. At least you put an LOL there. Lashanta says, "Does anybody know what Jack tells Kyle about one thing Billy's job?" Yo, listen, he wants that job. He wants that job, and he's going to find a way to make that ish happen. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yeah, Darby. Yeah, people have said that, and I'm going to be honest. I've never liked Amy. I've never liked Amy. The only reason why they actually gave Amy a story was because Kristen Storms, wound up leaving the show for health reasons. somebody said this a long time ago. Somebody was like, "Why did he dress Maxie that way?" Carrie says, "Albert, are you inviting me to you and Nina's wedding? How dare you? Oh, are you uninviting me? No, of course not. I just, Carrie's is never gonna let that go because he didn't like the way I came up with a story for how Sonny should end his run on the show. I said, and I'm gonna sit there and say this again. I think that Sonny is going to wind up saving Michael. Sonny's going to wind up saving Michael. He's going to wind up dying trying to save Michael. I said that like about 3 months ago. And Kyrie says, not letting that go. Jackie B says, Nina is marrying the mob boys. It's not like she can tell Sonny, well, Carly broke the laws, so it's not my fault. Good point. Dave, what's good, Dave? Good evening, Albert. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. I took some Benadryl because my allergies have just been right. Because I took Benadryl, it's making me like drowsy as F. So I was telling people I don't know how long I'm going to be on for. But yeah, no, Tate is not working so far. Tate isn't working. The sad thing is that even though that Days wasn't super great today, it was still better than GH. That is very true. Her time is very short. She is. That's the thing. She is going to be exposed. She's going to be exposed. That's the bottom line. It's going to happen, and when it does happen, those relationships are going to be going down the drain. And that's where the writing. Here says no, it wasn't Albert. No, it wasn't what? No, it wasn't what. Let's say Days was good because of Chanel. Chanel. See, I'm not. I'm not used to the lingo sometimes when you put stuff together. When they put couples' names together, it takes me a second. Carrie says Days wasn't better than GH. Both were fillers. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I just like Days a little bit more better than GH. I mean, they were both fillerish. Yes. Are you kidding me? Um. I gotta check out this live stream that James posted. Why is everything such big letters for? I don't understand that. Hmm. Now, Alyssa says days today was better than yesterday. Hmm. I think they were probably on about the same level, but I felt like it was decent. I felt like it was better than what you call it, though. Alyssa, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't understand why Marlena was asking so many questions. Like, oh, do you like Ava that way? Like, are you and Ava getting closer and stuff? I'm only asking you as your therapist, because I'm worried about your mental health or something. I'm like, no, it's just that Harrison doesn't have friends. So it's like she has to fill in and ask those questions so the audience knows whether he's into her or not. I don't know. They've been dropping the ball lately. Kurt says, "Yeah, you're definitely biased." See, I'm unbiased as I'm still not to invest in Days. I'm invested enough, not too much, but to say Days was better, especially yesterday, is laughable. Hmm, I don't know. Kind of feel like it was. And it doesn't make me biased. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not actually biased. I like General. Here's the thing. I like General Hospital more than I like Days. I grew up on General Hospital, and if I had to sit there and pick a show between the two, it's going to be General Hospital. But that's just I don't know. It was good, Danny. How's the channel going, by the way? Lashanta said, Linda said, Days be good, be good in a bad day. Harry says, when bratty teenagers are the most exciting part of the episode, that tells me they're. Danny says, Albert, I have 4 subscribers and 1,000 views. Wow, that's good. That's why I said, Danny, stick with the channel. Um, don't post so much on one day. Just post like maybe one video, and long as you do the stuff that I, I said, I think that would definitely help, Danny. So I'm happy for you. Jolie says Marlena seemed nosy. Has seemed really nosy lately. She seemed bored. Isn't it time for her yearly kidnapping of possession? Damn. No, but I'm very happy that you got the 1,000 views. That's what's up. Alyssa highly got on my nerves. Johnny Snow got a doctor because of her. Then Susan, EJ, and Nicole had to come afterwards. Carrie says you only like it when GH is action packed. Anything in between isn't good enough because you only like the action stuff. These have been filler episodes as well. No, that's not true. That's not true, Kyrie's. I mean, yes, General Hospital is known for its action-packed stuff, but I don't know. I can't even sit there and say this was a decent episode. I just, I mean, as far as GH is concerned, I don't know. I don't see it that way. Uh, Lashanta says, Albert, did you think Michael's going? You think Michael's gonna have Spinelli hack in? They said he plays dirty. Oh, then maybe that's. But then what's But then Lashanta, what's the point of him saying that he has a contact on it? He has a contact on the S.E.C. What's the point of him saying that he's developing a friendship with somebody in the S.E.C. if he's just going to get Spinelli to sit there and hack to see who sold his mother out? And that's not the thing. In all reality, and why did Michael not do that the first time around? It wouldn't make any sense. And granted, it wouldn't really help, but I don't know. Liz says I'm gonna have to peek in on GH a little more. Now that my girl Lois is back, yeah, she's back with that. I'm not even gonna sit there and say Brooklyn accent. Yeah, and I did actually go back. She definitely said she de- she definitely sounds like how she did back in the day. Yeah, no, well, listen, you admit it though. Let's not just like when Tracy slinkered off like a snake. Alyssa, okay. I know some of the characters you like, which is Spencer, Trina, and Nina. Any other characters that you like on the show, Alyssa? Also, Alyssa, did you see my community tab? I posted your channel and my community tab yesterday. Alyssa, Tracy didn't seem like she wanted that smoke from Tracy. I mean, Lois. Granny was sticking around for that. Granny wasn't sticking around for that Benson her beatdown. And minorities, okay. Harry says it wasn't. It had Lois, who is a mega fan favorite, and a itchy Tracy that was the only highlight, and Days bratty teenager were the only highlights. I need my Dimitri. He better be okay. I hope he's not in pain. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, granted, there were definitely fillers. I don't know. It's something about Days I just kind of liked a little bit better. Also, I like Liz, Sam, Ava, Anna, Cam, Valentine, and Nina. Well, I mean, yeah, I knew the other characters you like. I just want to see other, any other characters you like besides them. Danny says, Albert, I feel happy. Oh, Danny says, Albert, feel happy. Got also get 19 likes and 4 comments. That's good. That's good. That's what I said. Keep it up. As long as you're consistent with it, you're gonna be fine. Um, so I'm definitely looking forward to your progress. Lashanta says, I was thinking about Michael got impatient. Oh, got impatient and got to Spinelli. I mean, it's a possibility. Um, but then they definitely if that's the case and he got impatient and went to Spinelli, hopefully he tells us so it can make some sort of sense. Because him just throwing out a comment like that really wouldn't. But and you like Sasha also, okay, listen. But said Days of Life cozy is getting to you. Coziness is getting to you. I like watching a bunch of messy people in your neighborhood. Jackie B says Martin called for Nina, so Michael will have to find out who his client was. Laura B says, I forgot to answer your question. I don't see Valentine and Nina reuniting. Really? Well, I don't know that thing is, I don't know who else, I don't know who else Nina could be with. Here says, so, and all the other viewers that didn't watch, Days was not any better than GH. I barely got through both of them without those highlighted scenes. Heck, B&B was better than both of them. Damn. Damn. Mel says, I got good news that Ray Osborne as Countess von Frankfurt. Frankfurt joins B&B 5-part Why Not crossover. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so they're doing another crossover. That's what's up. That's what's up. I feel like they definitely need to start doing a little bit more crossovers. YNR and BNB. I think it's kind of a waste that they haven't done enough. I think it's kind of a waste that they didn't actually both do both of them. So I'm very, 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 very happy that they're doing that. Um, I thought YNR was okay as well. Yeah, I gotta actually sit there and say I think actually YNR might have been a little bit more better. I think YNR might have actually been a little bit more better than GH in some areas. Bobby says may be biased, but I want Valentine and Anna to stay together. I'm not sure who Nina can go with. I mean, I don't, granted that he's lying to her, right? I don't think they should break up for it, but I just find it a little kind of sus that Quick says, have respect. What are you talking about? Did I miss something? All I see you saying Quick is have respect. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that this should probably be broken up because of it. But I'm like, bro, it's it is. It's just it's not cool and it's not good. And she's ignoring it. And that's the thing that's so, in a lot of ways, very uncharacteristic of her to sit there and know that she's being lied to and to go along with it for so long without confronting him. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Also, I feel like the less the older you get, the less you're tolerant of things like lying. You're less tolerant and stuff like that. Lying, playing games and stuff like that. I mean, no offense, but that's kind of some young people's games. So I'm surprised that is going on. And Doug Daniels in the chat. What's good, Doug? Doug, you and Kyries both have the same energy when it comes towards Adam. Yeah, Kyries, this is who I was talking about, who's also defending Adam in the chat, is Doug. He's also an Adam fan. It's actually cool that y'all are both in the chat at the same time because y'all both are Adam fans. And y'all were both heavily defending Elena, which was hell of interesting. So Kyries, Doug, Kyries. Okay. That's because Elena is a good woman. Yeah. I mean, I'm not just saying she's not good. People make mistakes. It doesn't make them a bad person. So I'm not going to say that. And granted, that did happen. Kyrie says Elena is a very good woman. Yep. See, I got that same energy. I got that same energy. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. It really does help. We get new people in all the time. We got Doug that was in. He's still new, relatively. I would sit there and say. I haven't seen you that much in the chat. It really does help. We get new people in all the time. We got. Okay, and that's just way too loud. Where are with the likes? Okay, so we got 22 likes. We got 25 people in the chat. If you're signed up, if you're signed in, make sure you do hit the like button. Also, I put the membership thing in the pin comment. So if you want to join the membership for YouTube, I do exclusive live streams, which are really fun. I do members only videos and I do monthly shout outs. So definitely you want to sit there and join for that. Hit the pin comment above. Yeah, Elena's a good woman. I'm not gonna sit there and say she's not, but I'm not gonna sit there. What I'm not gonna do with Elena, which I know is gonna vex some of you people, some of you fans of her. What I'm not gonna sit there and do is I'm not gonna sit there and try to pretend she didn't sit there and play ping pong between two dudes. Two family members caused a rift in their relationship and had the audacity to sit there and play victim when she got cheated on. When she had no problem sitting there cheating on two other people. I called it that Adam and Ice Princess strike a deal. Well, you watched it tomorrow, so I will see. Doug said I watched Born the Beautiful today. Lee was out of line, but I'm not mad. But I'm not mad at her like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Elena. Yep. Elena has no accountability. That's just amazing. No, exactly. Let's not just say Sally's doing the same thing. Exactly. I'm not going to say. Well, granted, I talking about Elena. I don't know if Sally has to do with it, but yeah, Sally is. So now she's what? Just do-eyed and innocent. That's amazing. Yep, she is. She is still being. Well, no, we haven't seen her in a hot minute. So that's my exactly, and that's my whole thing. See, I have no problem with fan bases that like certain characters, but when people choose to either make excuses or ignore what they do, it's just like, okay, sure. So she cheats on Devon with Nate. So much for no drop. So much for no what, Nikisha? Oh Jesus Christ! Seriously? Lashanta says, "Our last night you said you pick and choose. I do. Exactly where's that kind of that you took advantage of her insecurity. Jesus Christ, insecurity. So this is what we're doing now. Well, it's good to see you, Nikisha. It's good to see you. What else, my damn? Yeah, exactly, Alyssa. Apparently, they took advantage of poor, misguided um Elena, who didn't know any better. So it's not her fault. It's their fault. They're the big bad boogeyman. I should have did this before I started. Okay. So let me get this straight. She cheats on someone and somehow that's okay. That's okay. So let me get this straight. When she gets cheated on, then it's poor Elena. But when she cheats on somebody else, it's oh, they took advantage of her insecurities and yada yada yada. Okay. That's cool. Lashanta says, okay, so we're gonna pick and choose to no shade. Oh my god, seriously? But yeah, I'm not doing that. I mean, that's cool if y'all want to sit there and try to give your excuses and passes and everything else. That's totally fine. Educate Abba on how they took advantage of her. You're right. No, no, no. It's fine. They took advantage of her. She didn't know any better. She was insecure. She was doe-eyed and everything in between. Sure. Okay. There is no educating you on that. Let's just be very clear about that. If y'all want to sit there and try to make excuses for her, go right ahead. I'm not. But I do find it very interesting that that's what people choose to do when they like the character. What? I'll be right back. No, I didn't, Reese. I didn't watch the story play out. But I'm not going to sit there and make excuses either. I'm not going to sit there and make excuses. I'm not going to sit there and give her a pass. That's what I'm not going to be sitting there doing. Lashonda says you sat up there last night and defended Nina. I did. I did. That's exactly what. Yeah, I did. And Jess is back. No wonder why. I was like, what? I was wondering why you were so quiet. I was like, okay, you're not here. Double C says Elena's no Victoria. That's a plus for me. Alyssa says Albert is owning up to it. I like it. Thank you. Yeah, I did. Well, did I give her a pass? Wait, ho. How did I actually give her a pass? This is what I'm trying to understand, LaShonda. How did I actually give her a pass? Because at the end of the day, the facts are still the facts. She did actually sit there and cheat, did she not? Here's the thing, and I'm just going to be very clear. Why she cheated, it doesn't matter to me. It's that she cheated in the first place. That's the bottom line. Her insecurities, whatever you want to sit there and call it, whatever excuses you want to sit there and use, doesn't matter. Because the point of the matter is, she still did it. Still did it. Grams, what's good, Grams? That's the thing about her. Listen, I was talking about you owning up to saying that you defended Nina last night. No. That's I knew what you were saying. And yeah, I did defend her last night. And you know what? I stand by everything that I said last night. Neither Devon and Nate deserves Elena. Okay. And you know what, Doug? You could be right about that. You could be absolutely right about that. But the thing is, that's not why I'm coming at it. That's not why I'm coming at Elena. You know, um, I don't know how bad Devon is, but I've seen exactly, exactly, and I stand by that 100%. Lashanta said you said Nina wasn't wrong for calling S.E.C about Carly, and I said own it. Yeah, yeah, and I do, and I stand by that 10 toes down. Doesn't mean, and that's the thing. I'm a Carly fan, but see, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I'm a Carly fan, but I will sit there and always sit there and say, no one is spared the ride. Not even my favorites. Doug said Devon repeated his selfish behavior and slept with a married woman and broke up the family. Yeah, and I mean, no offense, Doug. That's all great and everything like that. They're both. Here's the thing. I didn't know he did that. Right? Is this the general hospital? Says, sorry, I think I got into the wrong live. Sorry, brother. In all respect, I am here by mistake. Good night, all, and be safe. Yep. Have a good night. Name that I cannot pronounce. Thanks for stopping in. Darby says, I don't think why Tucker is allowed. I don't. I don't get why Tucker is allowing Devon to think that he has anything to say how he does business. Although Tucker wants to be in his son's life, he doesn't need model his behavior to suit. Yes, and I agree with that. Have a good night, Alyssa. Thank you for joining. Hope you have a good class. It's good seeing you. Prashanta says, I'm saying if Nina didn't do anything wrong, own it, but she keeps saying, I get that, but that doesn't, just because, so I'll be happy if you bring the smoke to Devon and Nate. Why? And you're saying the same thing, but why? I mean, that's all good and great and everything like that. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm gonna sit there and say this because I know that I may be coming across as sarcastic or whatever. Or oh, I don't mean to be offensive. Let's put it this way. So as far as both of your comments when it comes towards Devon and Nate, okay, so you did some bad things, right? They did some bad things, but one, I'm not talking about what they're doing. I'm talking about what Elena's done, right? Here's the thing. Me pointing out their misdeeds of what they did is not going to make her, it's not going to erase what she did. Okay. It's not going to be like, oh, well, compared to those scumbags, she's peaches and roses. And by definition, you may be right, but it's it's a tit for tat game, right? And that's something that I choose not to sit there and do. When I talk about Nina and I talk about Carly, if I'm talking about Nina and somebody says, well, you don't sit there and say anything to Carly because Carly has done some bad stuff. Yeah, and because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Nina, and that's the same thing. Bringing up somebody else's past transgressions doesn't make the other person look better, and I just don't really understand how that's supposed to be a defense to make the other character look less bad. I don't get it. I don't get it. I hope that answered your questions. And what's good, Duan? Barbie says, I don't get it either. Yeah, exactly. I'm mystified by that. Floyd Quick says, Albert, just like cheating back doesn't make you feel better. Yeah. Um. Well, that's a well, that's yeah. I don't get that. No, it does make me feel better in the long run, but in the short term, it does. That's right, Duan. I am still team effing Eric. You damn right. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and be playing my dude Santa Claus like that. Not condescending, not condescending, Rich. Curry says the difference between that is Elena's story is what you're bringing up. Devon and Nate were a part of that, and they did wrong too. Cool, great, but I'm not talking about them. I get what you're saying, the cause of it, but here's the thing now. This exactly, Laura B. Team F and Eric all the way. Prashanta said, just like I said, if Cameron didn't clear Drew, Tracy would still be lying. Nina was there and said nothing. And again, I'm a okay. All right, let's. Jackie B says, I feel the same way about Carly and Nina. Carly did wrong, but Nina is still a snitch. Yeah. It was good, Crystal. Crystal. Three-way wrong. I'm not saying Elena is completely blameless. I'm just pointing out the facts there's in her decision making. But it still led to something like I'm talking. I wish I had something stronger. But I guess it's gonna have to do. Lashanta says, Albert, the reason we're comparing because you pick and choose. I do. Darby says Elena did everything she did with Nate and Devon with her eyeballs open with a clear mind. Don't keep making her a something victim of evil men who took advantage of poor Elena. Poor little Elena. That's what I'm. Thank you, Darby. Thank you, Darby, because I feel like Quick says, Albert, that sounds so dumb. What are you talking about? I don't understand what sounds dumb. I don't get that, Spike Quick. What he said. That's what what did I say? I don't. Mel says Kyle is not going to live up on being CEO against, and Billy gets out of the way. You talk about logic, yet with certain characters, you don't use logic. Give me an example. Give me an example of that. And you're a team Taylor. Yes, you. Yeah, I remember you said that yesterday. And seems that you're the same. Well, you know what? Let me go back up to you again. Duan, why do you like Taylor for? Are you still holding on to that, Spike Quick? What about okay, but what about Jocelyn Jackson? I'm not saying the biggest Josh fan, but I'm standing with Josh. Okay. What's so dumb about taking responsibility for your actions in any situation? Harry says, well, Elena continued that behavior, then being bringing her the smoke, she did the work after Sterling on herself. I remember a scene with Lola when she rebuilt her confidence. That's right, Crystal Hopkins, but I'm not talking about the other five people. I'm talking about her. And you know, Kyrie's, here's the thing. Just to be clear, because I feel like I need to sit there and repeat myself. No one's not sitting there saying this version of her isn't better than the version of her back then. Yeah, she did the work and everything like that. That's all great. But I'm not talking about this version. I'm talking about that version. When she, I mean, that's great that she built up her confidence and everything, but it still did happen. So I'm still going to sit there and call her out for it. And I'm see acting like she's the devil. No, I'm not. No, no, actually, I'm not. I don't even understand how the conversation started. Yeah, I use her as an example, right? I'm not saying to saying she's over the top as a devil or anything like that. I'm saying that she did that, right? And I'm saying she did that because I don't have sympathy in the situation where Nate cheated on her because she cheated before. That's like if somebody in real life cheated on someone and then they got cheated on. Didn't say that, Kyrie's. That's not what I said. Just because here's the thing, because I didn't bring them up, I'm not saying. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna. And that's another thing. I'm not gonna sit there and bring them up just to point out what Elena did. I'm not gonna sit there and do that every time I need to sit there and drag Elena or point out Elena for doing something that she did was wrong. That's what I'm not gonna do. I understand that Nate and Devon aren't good people They contributed to a fact of her decision making. Good, great, whatever. But if I had, here's the thing, if I had to sit there and use Nate and Devon every time I bring up Elena, that would be exhausting. So I ain't doing that. Double C says, I get what you're saying. Elena cheated too. Many people give her passive lanes no say. She should be held accountable like everyone else. Thank you. Glad somebody's getting it. Lashanta says she drags Josh for going to Cam job to break up with them, and Trina went to Rory job to break up. Then he got killed. She was doing all that crying. You drag Josh for. I don't drag Josh for that. Not really. I drag her for cheating on Cameron and treating Cam like a toilet seat. I drag her for that. For the Eric versus Reyes competition. Maria Osborne. Oh, okay. All right, I gotta see this then. Thank you for letting me know. Doug said Devon cheated on Amanda. Elena then played victim when Elena cheated on him. Did you bring up any smoke? And I did not know. One, I didn't know. And two, no offense, Doug, but yes, one, I didn't know. But I'm not going to sit there and bring up somebody else's transgressions. When I'm talking about a character, I'm not going to bring up another character just to give them equal smoke. I'm not doing that. I've never done that with any other character that I sit there and drag, and I'm not going to start with Elena. But I get what you're saying. Krista says, well, how are you going to isolate her from the rest? She did not cheat by herself. That was pretty easy. I just sit there and I talk about her. I talk about, yeah. You're okay. I get what you're saying, Crystal. You're basically sitting there saying what Doug is saying, what Kyrese is saying. That I should sit there and give. Um, he said, "Do you get what I'm saying now?" Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I get what the other three are saying, and I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that, but I don't even. Darby says, "I don't even like Divine and Nate. What they did was terrible, but what I have a problem with Elena is her refusal to take accountability for her part in the history, good or bad." Yeah, I'm not doing equal dragging. Yeah, but that's I'm not I get what you're saying, but I'm not doing that. I'm not if it's a situation where it involves three people, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to pick one person. I'm picking Elena and I'm talking about Elena's part. What's good, cherry ice cream? One says Team Hope or Team Sheila. Well, I don't know. I think they're both pretty bad in all comparison, Duan. Hope has done some stuff, and Sheila has done some stuff. They both don't have room to judge, so I can't even really pick a side between those two. Okay, I want. Curry says, "Oh, so next time your precious divine gets cheated on, I want you to roast him equally next time." So, okay, let's just Let me just get this straight what you're asking for. The next time I decide to roast Elena, you want me to sit there and talk about Devon and so you want me to roast Elena, Devon, and Nate equally? Is that what you're asking me to do? I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but that's what you're asking me to do, though, right? Because the comment was about Elena, and you and two other people keep sitting there saying that I need to sit there and put Devon in it, I need to sit there and put Nate in it, or just talk about those characters. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm not doing that. Krista said that says a lot. Okay. Lashanta said just like Hope came in Steffi's house, but Liam got all the smoke. Hmm. Those damn Logans. I don't what are you talking about? What Rosie what how are we talking about Rose and I'm talking about a particular character? Have a night, Nicole. Her says, no, so if Abby cheats on Devon in the future, I want you to bring the same smoke on hypocrite Devon. Well, I mean, I'm gonna give Abby the smoke if Abby cheated. No, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. But also, I'm kind of over it at this point. I said what I said, and I'm not changing it. One says, I wish Amanda will come back to why not. Crystal says, Marcus said he told for 21 and 2 years that he only won a 3-year contract. He never intended on resigning until 6 months before his contract was up. He changed his mind, but GH didn't offer. Ryan says, I want everyone else find out about Deacon being with Sheila and broke ties, tries to stop him. Sheila should slap her teeth out of her mouth. It's none of her business. Spikewick says, Albert, who you giving Spikewick says, Albert, who you give a pass, Divine? Well, I didn't give Devon a pass. I don't just said I don't know where this conversation is about to go, but damn. Doug says, let me get this straight. Let me get this right. So Devon gets your sympathy if he cheated on his future. Did I? No, I didn't actually say that. Where is that coming from? Even though even though now you know he cheated before as well, but Elena and Abby are the only ones wrong? No. Clearly. It's like Jesus Christ. And I didn't give Devon sympathy. So I don't even know where that's coming from. I talked about Elena, right? And then y'all two are sitting there trying to make it seem like Elena was victimless in this whole thing. I'm like, okay, now you're sitting there talking about what you want. you want me to sit there and give equal smoke to this person, that person, the other person. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I didn't give Devon a pass. I'm talking about in that situation. So yeah, I can see him doing that. I can see him doing that. But no, I'm just like I said, I'm not changing my position on that. I get what you are saying, and I'm not sitting there. Well, here's the thing: it's not smoke, but literally the moment Doug entered, he brought up Elena, and we're giving him facts about Devon. Okay, and giving me facts about Devon doesn't change how I feel about Elena, which is great. I'm not sitting there saying you're wrong. Y'all two have been watching the show longer than me. Ron says, "Do you agree that Holly is interested in Johnny, but she's well, yeah." I don't know. I thought it was stupid and unnecessary to be honest. Double C says Elena's not even that important. She's never on the show and she's boring. And Lashanta says, not just be fair, Elena is a good person, but Sally knows exactly what she's doing. How did okay? How did Sally actually get into this whole Elena thing? This is exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying that Sally isn't doing the same thing, but that's not what I was talking about. That's my whole thing. You got both of y'all two sitting there saying, well, the next time this person does something, then I want you to sit there and give them equal smoke. Well, Devon and Nate, they cheated and did it. Great. They cheated. So they're all bad there. Like, that doesn't, like, just because they're all bad doesn't stop me from sitting there talking about one person or talking about somebody else. That's thank you, Lord B. I was like, how did Sally come into this conversation? I'm talking about Elaine. Well, what about what Sally did? Are we in high school? Like, what? Okay. Doug says, and I'm gonna read this one again. I'm gonna read this one again. So Doug says, let me get this straight. So let me get this right. So Devon gets her sympathy. Never said that. If he cheats on in the future, no. Curry says, so Curry says, okay, that was the entire point. They're all bad. My issue was you're acting like Elena's the only bad one and that's my problem. My goodness. Really? Really? Exactly. Just I'm like, really? I'm glad we're all seeing this. I am so glad we're all seeing this. Yeah, Ron. Hope doesn't really have much to sit there and say, but just getting to that point. Yeah, it's all bad. Great. Then said that then said that they weren't. But I'm not talking about all that. And this whole I need to sit there and bring up somebody else. Or I need to sit there and give equal smoke. No, I don't. No, actually, I don't. I was wondering about that. I was like, are we in the same chat? Because apparently now I need to sit there and give equal. He said, Albert, can I please come in on next Monday? Next night discuss. I feel like my concerns is getting lost in the mix. I'm not just talking about Elena or Sally. Yeah, sure. And yeah, I didn't sit there and say she didn't learn a lesson. That's great that she learned the lesson. It wasn't even, double C. It wasn't even that, right? It wasn't even so much like the conversation just went left. It was just like, what? I don't think that. And yeah, I mean, of course, Nikki, you can sit there and come through. No, it was good, Tracy Steves. Thank you. What's good, Tracy Steves? No, this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with the fact that GH wasn't on set. No, she'll be on she'll be here next Monday. Well, have a good night, Nikisha. Thank you for joining. Carrie says Elena did she, however, I also felt she was also used in their pissing contest, so they all made mistakes in their past. Elena is a good person. She learned and doing better. No one is saying that she's not a better person because of that. I don't want you know what? Part of me wants to think keep going because I feel like, well, people are telling me, well, one, people are sitting there telling me how I'm supposed to sit there and give smoke and who I'm supposed to give smoke to, and should I give smoke to this person as long as that person? I'm not doing that. Let's just be very clear. I'm not going to sit there, if I talk about somebody, I'm not going to sit there and bring up somebody else just to try to make sure that I'm being even. I'm not doing that. And I'm not sitting there saying, just for the record, I'm not sitting there saying that Elena isn't a good person now. Okay? I said it as an example. But it's not sit there and say she wasn't a good person, but she did it, and I'm dragging her for it, and I'm not going to sit there and change my position on that. Yeah, other people was bad as well, but just because y'all want to sit there and try to give her a pass doesn't mean I'm going to do that as well. So I'm officially over it. I'm over it now, so I'm just going to move on. Have a night, Lord B. Yeah, I'm over it now. Duan says, I can't wait to see Ava on GH. But yeah, I'm over that conversation. I said what I said, and I'm not changing it. So thank you. Make sure you do hit the like button. It really does actually help. Juan says Victoria Newman cares about that magic. Hmm. Yeah, no, I get it. But I felt like it just, like I said, I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I said. Carrie, yeah, I bring it up. And now I'm kind of, but to be fair, that's on me. Because sometimes I do tend to sit there and have things go on for too long. How you doing tonight, Annie? Good to see you. It's actually really good to see you in the chat. I usually see you in the comment section, so it's good to see you in the chat. I don't know what's going on in this chat right now. And but that's also again, I said this before, Carrie. So I was just like, wait, why is Finn just leaving his door unlocked? Carrie, his thing, she barged in like she was Finn's wife. She no, seriously, she barged in like she was Sheila's wife. I mean, like she was Finn's wife. And I'm like, she was like, I was just so upset, and I was like, I would have been like, boo. I mean, we cool and everything like that, but we're not cool enough for you just to be walking up to my place like that. Like, what are you doing? Not, not about B&B, but Lee. Yeah, I can't. Ron says, Albert, at first when Deacon texted and a few episodes ago and Sheila came to the restaurant, I wanted them to tell him that we have. What in the hell is actually going on in this chat? Ron says Lee reminds me of the OG Stephanie. Hmm, that's not good. Because Lee was actually annoying. Yeah. Jakaris, what's good, Jakaris? Jakaris, what do you think of Holly? What do you think of Holly, Jakaris? It's funny too because I was watching today and I was like, I thought about you because I want to know what your thoughts are. Darby says in the fight who will win, Steffi or Hope. I don't know why Darby, but I feel like Hope will win. Yeah, Annie, it's Oh, Jess, I like. Yeah, I was wondering who was going to answer that question. It's actually funny, Jess. I asked you that question like literally like an hour ago. Dog says Hope is weak as hell. Jakar says Holly is just nothing Nicole. She knows she was doing it. Christo says Roger explaining his recent lengthy absence from GH. He had two reasons for his absence. One was 19. Either he was it or was exposed to it. The other is his knee. Oh, just said, oh, it was so much going on in chat. It was a lot going on in chat. It was a lot going on in chat. It mostly had to do with me for some odd reason, because how dare I sit there and talk about a character? Oh no, it's almost like people forgot what I do when I do these live streams. Just that I didn't see anything wrong with her accent either. Here's the thing. I think that my whole thing is I think I was just caught off guard because her accent was so heavy. It was just like it took a second to really be like it just took a minute. Her says if I was Chanel, I would have smacked her. Damn. Okay, okay, Jakaris. We waking up today and choosing violence. Okay. All right, my guy. I gave your opinion right back. Yeah, that's true. But I did think it was. I did think it was kind of wild. Though. I was like, it wasn't so much to give me my opinion back. It wasn't even giving the opinions that you was giving me back was fine. It was like people was to telling me what I should be doing the next time that I talk about a character, like giving me orders or something. I'm like, no, that's not how I work. Darby says, I know damn well that Sheila would mop the floor with hope. Yeah, I kind of figured that, Chikars. I knew that when I was watching. Ron says that Lee ain't gonna do is she is all talk and she's gonna be Sheila's nothing to talk about. Finn needs to get rid of her. Ron says, Albert, let me make this crystal clear that Devon and Elena are hypocrites that have cheated on their partners. Harry says, I was asking for your logic with that explanation. Yeah, I remember that part. I remember that part. I mean, I'm over it now. Um, Lakeisha's in the chat. What's good, Lakeisha? Y'all getting me caught up. Okay, I think Crystal says Holly is an acquired taste. Either you love her or you hate her. Hmm. And he says I feel uncomfortable that Lee screaming at a child like that. Don't care what the reason. It wasn't even just that. It was like it just seemed like it was just completely unnecessary. Doug says, same, I was asking for your logic comparing to what you were saying, that no sympathy for Elena getting cheated on. Does that mean Devon gets cheated on next and there's no sympathy from yes. That's exactly what that means, Doug. That's exactly what that means. Yeah. If he went out and he cheated, no, I'm not gonna feel bad for him. Have a night, Doug. And yeah, just to answer Doug's question, yes. If Devon cheated on someone, if Devon gets cheated on, and I found out that he cheated on someone, no, I don't have sympathy for people who cheats on someone and then they get cheated on. I don't care who the character is. That's the bottom line. Devon said Lois reminded me of a few years ago when everyone thought Ava was dead. She came back. So I gotta go back. I gotta watch that because I do remember that. Ron says obviously Tate did something wrong and he feels that he doesn't have to work. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. The way he was whining and crying about it was just like, bro, are you serious? DeSantis says Kyle's gonna let Audrey get him a water trouble. How? Because from what I understand, Kyle, here's the thing, LaShanta, Kyle seems like he's doing this. Dog says, thank you. That's the point that keeps getting lost that I kept trying to get across, but with everything going back and forth, that's what the miscommunication kept coming from. But like I said, good night. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad we killed. I'm glad we cleared. I'm glad we cleared that up. Glad we could clear that up. Yes, everyone. That's what I said. No one is spared the rod. No one is spared the rod. No one. I don't care if it's my favorite character in that. You are getting it. And he says, "Yeah, overbearing mom, waste of her time." My whole thing with her was just like, her sneak to saying, "Well, I want to allow it." That's what pissed me off because it's like, who are you to allow anything? Who are you to allow anything? And what are you going to do if she says no? Are you going to come back in her face and start yelling at her some more? Why? Because your sister slept with a doctor or something? Okay, boo, get over it. Like, it's not the end of the world. I found that so completely and utterly stupid. And I'm like, and also, and that's another thing. I'm still not over the fact that, um, the hell was I say? I'm still not over the fact that she lied to Steffi and knew that Finn was alive and didn't say anything. And she had some sort of BS reason why. And I personally do feel like the family let her off way too easily. Yeah, I missed part. I think that's when I actually came back. When I came back and I started watching, that's when she was doing that. It's not to say Kyle act like a step forward man, even like a stepper man. I don't know what a stepper man is. Um, I'm cool with it, Mel. I'm cool with it. Clyde is a good villain. He's a good villain. So I'm cool with it, Mel. Harry says, "Well, you asked me and Doug in the chat at the same time. You have a hangover for the next 2 days." No, I'll be fine. But no, like I said, also, Kyrie's, like I said, you and Doug have the same energy. You and Doug have the same energy. Joanne says she's not a Logan. It's a rumor that Lee is Luna's mother. Oh, that should be good. That listen, I feel bad. I feel bad for Luna if Lee got to be your mother at that point. Lashanta said, "Do you remember the movie The Stepper Wife?" I remember the movie, yeah, but I didn't actually watch the movie. Though. I know about it, but I didn't actually watch the movie though. Darby says, "Big talk from a guy who can't get out of the situation with two women who flatter them." Oh, okay. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, no, I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of that before. Mel says Albert Devine, Elena, and Nate are hypocrites. They are serial cheaters. Yeah, like I said, Mel, no one is spared the rod. No one is spared the rod. They're trying to say act like robots, like how act. Okay, all right, now I understand. Yeah, thank you for letting me. Thank you for explaining that, Lashanta. Curry says, and that was on Elena's image, and that was on Elena. Imagine how that would have gone if it was about the Logan sisters. Were you defending Brooke? Um, yeah. I mean, I get that. I mean, don't Kyrie's again. Don't get it twisted. right? Because I defended Nina yesterday, and I stand by everything that I said. When I sit there and say no one is spared the rod, no one is spared the rod. I don't think that people understand that. I really don't. I really don't think that people understand that. I mean, hell, Kyrie, I'm going to be honest. There may be one day that I may sit there and defend. I may defend Brooke. There may be one day I may defend Brooke. If I defended Nina, anything's possible. And he said, "Do people work at Forrester or do they just hang out and come on to each other?" A little bit of both. A little bit of both, Annie. You know what they say about all work and no play. Terry says, "Well, even you defend Brooke. I got lots of receipts. I'm ready already." Okay. Then I look forward to it, Tyrese. And as I always sit there and say, bring it. Ron says, "I agree with you, Lee. Forgot that she had fan from everyone." Yeah, and ever since then, that's always put a sour taste in my mouth about her. Lashanta says, Diane says all the time, Kyle's acting off. Audra got his nose wide open. Got his nose wide open. And Darby said, God forbid you defend Brooke. Hey, Darby, anything's possible. Like I said, I defended Nina. Have a good night, Jakaris. Thank you for joining. Duane says, I'll be defense all the Logans except Kate. No, that's not true. Kerry says, "Oh, I'll definitely bring it that day. I hope you have liquor during the stream." No, Kyrie's. Kyrie's. I do you one even better. If I sit there and defend Brooke, not only that, but I want you to actually do a live stream with me. I want you to do a live stream with me when when I do that. And he says, RJ, that new girl were inappropriate. Oh, not really, Annie. Like I said, all work and no fun. All work and no fun makes a dull RJ. And the thing is, Annie, the guy's already dull. So we got to give him something. Just say he defended Nina yesterday. I don't know what he was drinking. Well, just here's the thing. Every just everything that I said about Nina was true. Everything that I said about Nina was true. Carrie says I definitely will. The ratings will go through the roof that day. I'm with it. I'm with it, Kyrie's. I'm with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kyrie's. It's Brooke lately. It's been hard to defend some of her actions, but you never know. You never know. And that's the thing, Jess. I wasn't actually drinking anything. I really was. Like tonight, I am, but yesterday I actually wasn't. And I still. One says MD 2020. What is MD 2020? What does that mean? No, Jess, it's not. Jess, you know what? You know what that really means? It means that I was right and you were wrong. And it's okay. Listen, if you just admit it, if you just admit that you were wrong, this it shows strength and growth. And, you know, I understand. And he has a laughing emoji. Ron says, Albert, if Lee goes over to Lee's what you call it and tries to kill Sheila, then what's going to happen to Lee? Will she be accountable? Well, yeah, Ron. That's exactly what wanted to happen. She'd be going to jail. And Lashanta says, "Mad dog." I don't really understand that. Tracy said I was right. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that, Tracy. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen, when I'm wrong, I admit it. Usually with just 9 times out of 10, I'm generally right. So Jackie P says he may be a bit young for that. Harry says, please, you being right against Jess is wrong. Then two left shoes. Except for yesterday. Well, I'm usually right. But particularly yesterday. Yeah, and I'll sit there and say it again. Um, I don't blame. Here's the thing: I don't blame Nina for turning in Carly. Okay, it's not like it. Here's the thing: people are sitting there acting like the evidence was made up. Um, like she didn't do what she did. The only thing that Nina did was took an opportunity to stick it to Carly. That's the only thing she did. My only issue with that, my only issue with that, having I Dave, my only issue with that is that she didn't come out and say, "Yeah, I did it," and what? Because if she would have did that, I would have had no problems with the fact that she's hiding it. Gives me a bit of issues. And yes, she is shooting herself in the foot by doing that. But Bobby says I refuse to watch anything that defends Brooke Logan or any members of that coven, even on Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, I'm watching a movie called Us. It's an older movie. I think it came out like a couple of years ago, but it's good though. I think Jordan Peele made it, directed it, or something. This movie's crazy though. And he says people take this sighting stuff seriously. They do. And you know what, Annie? Sometimes they take it too seriously. But yes, have a good night, Dave. Kerry says you're right. You're more wrong than the 2004 election if you think you're getting the better of Jazz. Well, the thing is, I already did, and I've done it multiple times. But not that I'm keeping score or anything. I'm just saying it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, they're both wrong. Yes, man. I agree with that. They're both wrong. Thing, but sometimes he says the dumbest things I've ever heard. I don't even know how to. Well, I don't even know how to respond to that. Spider Craig. No, what Jess? Okay, what Jess actually saying is that I'm right. That's that. That, I think that's just a typo. I think that's what that is. That's just a typo, Jess. It's fine. I guess sometimes you just start pressing keys on your phone and it just, yeah, I get it. It's a typo. Ron says, Albert, you sure that Sheila won't let her get away with it? Meaning, Lee tries to take her out. Um, no, she's not gonna let her get away with it. I don't know, Jess. It kind of seemed like a typo to me. And he says, you're talking to somebody else. Ron says, Albert, do you miss Gladys? No. Do you miss Gladys? Do you miss Gladys? Yeah, it kind of seems like one to me. Anyway, like I said, I yeah, I stick by what I said yesterday. Yeah, I stick by what I said yesterday. Also, I was wrong and Jess was I was right and Jess was wrong. And he says it's kind of weird that Finn is telling Hope his wife brother isn't any good. But why? Okay, Annie, why is it actually weird though? Because and I'm only asking this, Annie, because that's not the first time. I've seen somebody else say that in the chat as well. Harry says Albertson bad with Gladys when he's not around Nina. I don't have a comeback line for that one, so I'm gonna let that one go. I have a comeback line for that one. Darby says, "Yeah, I miss Gladys for the chaos she brings." She did bring chaos. She did, and that's the thing. She did actually bring some stuff to the table. One says, I'm glad Gladys is gone. Glad Gladys is gone." Yep, that's right. That's right, Ron. You and Danny Bear on the same page. That's yeah, you're right about that. Harry says Albert and Darby, the Gladys tag team champions. Lashanta says Albert Hope yearned for her dad, but he chose a con and out of jail. He wasn't in her life, but she seeks she sneaks and writes letters. Yes, no, I remember she saying that. I mean, I'm gonna be wrong, Lashanta. Yes, it was odd that Deacon would sit there and choose Sheila over Hope, right? Because he knew what was going to wind up happening. He did it anyway. And he says because that's not Stephanie's perception at all. I mean, yeah, and no, that's not her perception, but that's his perception, right? They don't, just because you're married and you're together doesn't always mean that you're going to have the same perspective. So I don't know. I don't. I guess it's just Annie. I guess it's just me. I guess it's just me. Lashanta says Hope fought hard and Brooke too. So for him to do this, they judge everyone. So I can't wait. Yeah. I don't know. My whole thing is like this whole marriage, and I said this before with DC. This whole marriage with those two, it's only happening because they need to find a way to keep Sheila on the show. That's the only reason why this whole marriage is happening, is to make sure that they find a way to keep Sheila on the show. Because otherwise, it's just I don't know. They're trying. Ron says, "Curtis, do you agree with me that Sheila should have triplets?" Just said the Chase and Gregory scene did not give what it was supposed to give. I don't know. I guess look. Why do you feel like what was it? Okay, but what was it supposed to give though? I'm very curious, Jess. I'm curious to your what was it supposed to give. I think the reason why I didn't really like it because the rest of the episode it was okay. It didn't really do much for me. Every says at least we ain't running a train on Brooke. Jesus. And he says, "I hate you, Albert. So Finn is his own person. Well, that's a good thing, I guess." Yeah, I don't see. Just as it was supposed to be touching, but I didn't care at all. Okay, I get that part. I get that part. I think the reason why it didn't really do much for me is because the episode didn't do much for me. So seeing that part was just like it didn't really help. It was like I was already bored in general. Tracy says, I can't wait. I can't. We still in the hole, Sheila. Yep, exactly, Tracy. That's still the running joke. Harry says Nina is giving birth to the Bostic quads. That sounds so disturbing. That sounds so disturbing, Carides. Lashanta says Liam will have a fit watch. Have a fit about what? Hope spending time with Finn? Because I mean, to be honest, he really shouldn't be saying too much of anything. It was. It was. It really was. It really was. Yeah, that's exactly Tracy. That's the running joke. That is the running effing joke. That's my guy Ron for you. And somehow he asked the question to Danny, and Danny actually agreed with him, which is it's questionable at best. But she's my homegirl, so I'm gonna let that go. Harry says, "Good. I can't wait for Albert to have a dream about Nina and those quadruplets." Carrie, you remember? Okay, Carrie, you remember what happened the last time that you wished that I had a dream about something? What was your dream again? I need you to refresh my memory. What was your dream again? And he said, "Yes, I'm professional at the very least." Well, yeah, Annie, but also let's say Annie, even what Hope and Thomas is doing in the Forrester building is unprofessional. If we're really gonna sit there and talk about unprofessional, every time they were at the office, Harry says, "I don't remember the dream." Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to sit there and remember it tomorrow because still not Benadryl. I'm kind of tipsy at this point right now, which I probably shouldn't have had mixed those two together. Now I'm thinking about it. Ron said Johnny is so thirsty, telling Chanel, let's go to the bedroom. Ron, there's nothing wrong with a little loving in the afternoon, or a lot of loving in the afternoon. Ron says RJ missing Luna after a few episodes was rush felt forced. Yeah, do I mean, to be fair, the pacing on B&B has never really been solid as long as I've been watching the show. So I'm not surprised by that. And he says, I get that RJ is young, but SH can also be done by young people. Yeah, but I mean, I get the unprofessional part, but like I said, listen, they've been knocking boots in the um, Forrester creation for a very long time. So RJ doing at this point is like power for the core. Tracy says, how much longer is this girl going to bother Annie? And did she set the house on fire as well? Oh, Anna. Until she drives Anna away from Valentine. Harry says, with your memory, I'll be good for the next 15 years. That's not true. But I took some Benadryl and I've been drinking a Corona. So, the doctor said, did you hear about T Rapes spit in his fan? What? Did you hear about T Rapper spit in his fan's mouth and she's what? Doctor, what are you talking about? Ti spit in his fan's mouth and she's pregnant. Are we talking about Ti? Lashanta, this is kind of important, so I need you to get back to me on that. Like says, crazy seeing B&B deteriorate in quality storylines over the past few years. Yeah, I mean, I look at General Hospital and it's the same thing. And he says, "But RJ's in persistent power. You can't downplay it." Yeah, I get that. He is like her boss. Hmm, I get it. I get that part. And she says, "Not been at your own control, Corona." Yep. Yes, it was Kyrie. So actually, I was sit there and say, I was definitely educated, and it definitely did help my perspective. So I thank you, Kyrie. Ron says, "What's your thoughts on Cardi B and Offset?" I don't like Cardi B. I don't know who Offset is, but I don't like Cardi B. Did you hear about? I think Kevin Gates. Wait, why is this? Harry says, "With all the Elena battle that happened tonight, it's too bad you don't have DC by your side tonight." I mean, DC's my friend, but I didn't need him on my side. I didn't think it was a battle. I just thought that things went kind of left when people were sitting there telling me that I need to sit there and do this and I need to do that. You need to sit there and you need to sit there and give equal smoke to this person and that person. You're sitting there bringing up that person. Well, the next time that this person does something, you need to sit there and say, "No, I don't. No, I don't." And the thing is, I was holding back because I was trying not to be a dick, right? I was holding back because I was trying not to be a dick. But people sitting there telling me what I should be doing. You should sit there and give equal smoke to this person. You're giving sympathy towards that person. Like, the hell are you talking about? Have a good night, Ron. Tracy says Offset is Cardi B's husband. No, I know who he is. I don't know really much about Offset. Yeah, Annie, I don't think that's gonna last though. But I don't think that's gonna last. No, the chat was fine. The chat was fine. It was weird that people kept saying, "Oh, they're giving you the smoke. They're jumping you." It's like they're not jumping me. Um, yeah, I mean, that's why I was like, I didn't need him on my side. It wasn't like I was in some sort of emotional turmoil, like, "Oh my God, people are coming after me. Let me clutch my pearls." Like, no. And then people was like, "Well, what about what Sally did? Where the did Sally actually come in the conversation?" All these crazy pulling Sally out their butts into the conversation. I sat there, I was like, "What about what Sally did?" Okay. What about what Sally did? And it was all in good fun. Well, says Elena did come between Devon and Nate that are brothers. Like Sally did the same thing with. Okay, yeah, no, I get the comparison. I get the comparison. Harris said, to be fair, when you're typing back and forth with 30 people, the topic gets off point, so points gets lost in the shuffle. If we were on screen, the conversation would probably went differently. Yeah, I I get that, but to a point, to be fair, you do have a point, but you're also missing a key point though as well. And he said that's only because Hope is embarrassed by Thomas still. Well, also she's just using Thomas. Let's be very clear about that. And yeah, no, Lakeisha, no, they're not brothers. No, I get what Lakeisha, I get where she's coming from, what she's trying to the comparison. I don't know. Like I said, things points got lost in the shuffle, but it was also replaced by people who feel like, well, people trying to give me demands of how I should go about when I talk about a character. I'm just like, no, actually, tell you the truth, I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I've been doing. When I bring up a character, I'm gonna bring up a character, and I don't need to sit there and bring somebody else up to make it equal and fair. That's not what I'm doing. Yeah, that's exactly what she's doing. And yeah, Sally's doing the same thing. But I always find it very laughable when people want to sit there and blame Nick for everything, and Sally gets no smoke. That's the part where it's just like, oh, Jonathan, what's good, Jonathan? Oh man, Jonathan, you came in so yeah. You missed all the fun. People were sitting there telling me how I was supposed to sit there and have a conversation when I talk about certain characters. It was hilarious. Liam is disgusting. And he says Liam is disgusting. And Johnson says, I blame Sally solely. That's good. At least some people actually know how to keep um Santa says about that, how many people warned her about Thomas, including Steffi. She wanted to listen to Finn. She hurt him and Douglas for nothing. That's true. Johnson says, what are they doing with Holly? Nothing good. And Jonathan, part of the problem with Holly is the fact that she's 16 and she's trying to get in between Johnny and Chanel. And I'm like, well, what are you gonna do? I mean, Johnny's a grown ass man and you're 16 years old. What do you think you're gonna be doing? Like hell, even if you're 17, that's still not legal. So it's like Johnson says, are they making her that much like Nicole used to be? I will have to take your word for that because I don't know how Nicole used to be. Curry says, well, Zeke, where's Zeke? If GH ain't using him, let him go to Young. The rest is for Elena. Yeah, they need to do something with him. Darby says, I pray that when all this is over with Sally and Finn, with Steffi, Finn, and Liam, and when Hope is all alone, Thomas will finally reject Hope like she deserves. I doubt that's going to happen. Johnson says her spilling the drink on Chanel was no accident. It wasn't an accident. The problem is, Jonathan, she did it so sloppy, where it's like, and she literally blurted out, oh no, I guess you're going to have to go home and change. And it was like, what? Like, wait, what? It's like she wasn't even trying to be smooth with it. And the fact of the matter is, why is And I said this before, Jonathan. Why is Johnny Smith inviting um Holly to movie night when he just got back together with his girlfriend? When he just got back together with her, he wants to invite her for movie night. Like, and then she sat there and sat in between both of them. I'm like, so John, you just not gonna call this out? Like, really? Harry says Alexander, since he's nothing but Paris' little simp on B&B, should cross over the wine arm. What? Since Xander's Xander, since he's nothing but Paris' little simp. Um, Paris, Xander's on Days of Our Lives. Johnson says that's what I was saying when I watched the episode. I was like, bro, you're not even trying to be clever about it. And it's like, again, she's 16 years old, so it's I don't know, Jonathan. Um, they're definitely having some missteps. I would sit there and say Dave's definitely having some missteps. First, it was the whole Teresa thing, and now it's the Holly and Tate thing. I don't know. Chris says you never know. Every man has his limits. So Thomas might have finally had enough of hope after she sat with Finn. And well, yeah, once that happens, and yes. Harry says Xander Forrester, the black guy on B&B that got friends on. That's his name, Xander? No, hold on. That can't be right. No, that's not right. Xander isn't his name. That's not no. That's not Xander. Xander's not Zende. Zende Karius is Zende. I knew it was something. No, it's Zende. Johnson says Holly and Tay can't be the only teams they need to bring in more, but hopefully more who have common sense. And he says he never thought he never would have done it if he was convinced that Liam was devoted to hope. He wasn't. His mind was telling him to handle the situation the wrong way, which caused hurt to others. Yeah, I knew it was something, but yes, okay, yeah, no, I get it now. Yeah, no, Zende, yeah, they need to do something with Zende. That's very true. I mean, granted, I was never a full fan of Zende to begin with. Oh, Zendaya, Jesus Christ, Zendaya. Is it Zendaya or is it Zende? Because Annie's saying Zende. Oh, Zende, that's his name. Thank you, Jonathan. Bobby said Johnny went through a long battle to get back with Chanel. He allows Holly to do this. Johnny, please read the room. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, why are you? That scene was unwatchable, to be honest. I'm just gonna be. That whole scene was just weird. Johnson says, no, it's Cindy. You said it right the first time. Jonathan, you know what it's like? It's like when I sit there and say Belle, and then sometimes I sit there and say Bella. Yeah, yeah, no, guys, they need to do something with him. And he says it's getting. Yeah, no, but I know I know he was talking about. Um, Yeah, Zende. Adopted by Kristen. Yes. I felt like it was Darby. You know how sometimes I'm really bad with names, so anyway, I think I'm gonna sit there and call this live stream. I'm gonna sit there and end the live stream for tonight because this ending. This Benadryl is literally kicking my ass. But I do want to thank everyone for joining us. This is actually a lot of fun, even when it got kind of heated, and I'll just sit there and say that much. It was a lot of fun, so I do want to thank everyone for coming through. Also for that little um bit of a break that we had. I want to thank everyone for sticking around. Johnson says Holly crush on Johnny reminds me of that one time when King Claire had a crush on Chad. Yeah, I heard Claire was nuts. Have a good night, LaShanta. Just came back just in time. No, I just think that you know what? I already said it a couple of times. But I wouldn't sit there and say that. No, Spike Quick. I just sit there and say it was a Team Sierra. Okay, not Claire. Everybody says I put it with an X. I should have put a Z. Zende. No, Jess. No one was jumping me. No one was jumping me. Although I do find it interesting how people debate. I'll sit there and say that much. DeSanto says Eric kids will be mad at Donna. Why? I know it's Firequake, and I don't know. I don't know what I'll want to sit there and say tomorrow. I may say something even crazier. Join us next time for another edition of So Chopped Up Busted. Yes, you have a good night, Jonathan. Thank you for joining. Yes, Annie. No, it was actually really great to see you. It was really good to see you again. So thank you for coming down. Have a good night, dog. Yes, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. No, it's very quick. No one was. That sounds so weird. I can even sit there and say that. Curry says I wouldn't need to jump Albert. I can handle him on my own. Okay, that's cute. Um, you know that he knows that. Yeah, if you say so. He wanted the Elena discussion. Elena wasn't even on my mind before the stream. Well, not to sit there and have a pissing contest, but that you're wrong about. That you're wrong about. And if you say so, Jess. exactly. Exactly, Dwight. If you say so. Like Quick says, I'm just saying they were after. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just my whole thing is like again, people have a funny way of sitting there debating. You know. Thank you, Annie. Thank you. No, it was actually really great to have you in the chat. It was really great that yes. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. It really does actually help. Thank you, Annie. Thank you so much. That's the thing though. Like I don't. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't do pissing contests. I don't. And this isn't like I need to sit there and challenge him or anything like that. It's just a debate. It's no. I don't need anyone to sit there and take on Albert. Okay. That's weird. It's just the way that people debate. I find to be somewhat. And having a night, Ambassador Sam, I find it to be kind of hilarious. People literally sit there and pick things out their ass to sit there and try to make their point across. And I think that's when things go left and they go out of pocket. You need to sit there and do it. No, I don't. The only thing I need to sit there and do is eat. No, I'm not gonna sit there and say it. Anyway, like I said, I find it pretty hilarious how people debate. But anyway, have a night all. Stay safe. I will see y'all in the next live stream. Have fun playing Bing. What? Okay. I will see y'all in the next live stream. Yeah. It's hilarious. Have a good night, and Janetta. Carrie says it's true. Spike Ray keeps exaggerating the jump comment. Yeah, no one jumped me. Okay, this is the debate. This isn't a battle. I don't know why people sit there thinking I can sit there and take it by myself. Okay, I just find that people go left when they start trying to tell me how to sit there and give the proper smoke. I'm like, I don't give smoke depend. I don't give smoke on how somebody else tells me to do it. I do it how I want to do it, and that's not changing. So this battle, Kerry says, that's the point. I can gladly handle my own. He just got multiple perspective. I said what I said, and I can handle my own. No one speaks for me. That's my point. Yeah, it's a battle in my eyes. Well, you're a kid, so you're going to sit there and say that. Again, no offense, but that's your perspective. Yes, Annie, you as well. You as well. Anyway, have a good night. Play quick this. That's not true though. Okay. Well, you say so. Anyway, good night all. See you on the next live stream. Play quick says stop trying to make excuses. The hell are you talking about? I mean, you said it's a debate in your eyes, and that's. I mean, you said it's a battle in your eyes. That's fine. That doesn't mean that everyone is looking at this as a battle. People come here to have discussions and chats and stuff like that. I don't know what live streams you've been in. Again, you're saying that from a kid perspective, but that's fine. And I honestly tell you, that's another thing. Quite quick. You look at things from L's and W's. I look at things from gaining experience or know what I'm talking about. Well, yeah, that's an entirely different Spider Quick. Have a night, Tracy Steves. But that's the thing. You look at things from L's and W's. Most adults don't look at it from that way because we're adults. So anyway, have a night all. Stay safe. I will see you on the next live stream. Laters.